Thank you. Shavua Tov, and welcome to a very special evening. Now, 3 weeks ago, I sat here, exactly here in my home, at the end of a wonderful Shabbat when over 70 communities across the country have participated in the Shabbaton at home. And we were getting ready to participate in the quiz to end the Shabbaton at home. But then we received the devastating news of the passing of Rabbi Sachs, Zecher Tzaddik Livracha, and the evening was transformed into a night of memorial. We are so grateful for the feedback both myself and Rabbi Levine received for the evening and for the thousands that watched that evening. We thank you. However, we said then that we would return to run this quiz and to reschedule it. And tonight, 3 weeks later, here we are to bring you the first ever Great Shabbaton at Home quiz. And even though I can't see you all, there are hundreds of you tuning in tonight. I see the numbers keep going up, so hopefully everyone will get in who wants to play. Tuning in tonight for the next hour of exceptional entertainment from the wonderful team of Mizrahi and Etgar. We have over 70 shuls competing. From the north in Glasgow, way down to London, to Manchester, to Birmingham, to Leeds, all across the country competing for the title of the first ever winner as a shul of the Shabbaton quiz, and of course, individual winner of this quiz. And we're delighted to be sharing this Motzei Shabbat with you. But first, before we start the quiz, we have to end Shabbat in a beautiful way, of course, which is making Havdalah. Shabbat obviously went out across the country about an hour or so ago, but we're now going to make a communal Havdalah for everybody. And we're honored and thrilled that tonight we're going to be joined by Belmont Synagogues and my dear friend, Rabbi Mark Levine, and the exceptional talents of Yuval Havkin. Take it away.
Hello, Rabbi Shaw.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov, everyone. Thank you so much. What an honor to be with you and everyone from Mizrahi and Etgar as we're going to have such a lovely, wonderful, fantastic evening as we start the week in such a fantastic and fun way. So as you say, we're going to make Havdalah now. I have here with me, I have the wine, I have the candle and the spices, and I have amazing music that we're going to sing it all together. So if you want to join with me at home in this really wonderful ceremony, the closing of Shabbat ceremony, make sure you've got your own wine, candles, spices, and just if you haven't made Havdalah already, sing it with me along. Hopefully you know the tune, and let's make Havdalah together. Yeshua si eftach v'lo yefchad ki aziv v'zimras yadoina v'yehi li Yeshua shavtem mayim b'sasai Yamayane Ayeshua Ladoyno Ayeshua Alamacha Bechasecha Sela Adoinai Tzavoi Simanu Mizgav Lanu Eloi Yaakov Sela Adonai tzavos ashrei adam v'yteach bach Adonai hoshia amelech yaneinu v'yom koreinu la'yehud di oisa oira v'simcha v'sason mikakein tielonu kois Yeshuais esa v'shem Adonai ekra Didam dididididai dididam dididididai didam didididam dididam dididididam bam tam dididididam dam dididididai Oy baruch ato Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Bohirei pari hagafen Hey dididididam dam Dididididam Yam ba 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 Dididam dididididam Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Yididai bohirei minei v'sameh Amen Dididam dididididai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Dididai bohirei meyorei haoish Dididam dididididai Ya na 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 oh ba na 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Amavdil ben kodesh lechol ben or lechoshech Bein Yisrael le'amim Bein hayoim hashevi l'sheshei shemei ha'maseh Baruch atah Adonai Amavdil ben kodesh lechol One more time, everyone sing! Shabbaton! Thank you so much. Right back to you, Rabbi Shaw, and I'll see you all in a very short space of time. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. I tell you, Havdalah with the Levines is always a delight and a pleasure. And thank you, Yuval, again for doing that. So now we are ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone who's joining us from across the country, for the first time ever, we are about to start, along with our friends at Edgar, the first ever Great Shabbaton quiz. Now, this is the complicated part. To take part, you need to join the Zoom webinar of this quiz. You can watch it on YouTube, you can watch it on Facebook, but you won't be able to participate. If you want to actually play the game, you have to log in to the link on Mizrahi website, which will then send you the link for this Zoom webinar that hundreds of us are on at the moment. And for the quiz, we're going to be using Kahoot. If there are a few playing the quiz in your household, please play as one team. So just one member of the team needs to follow the Kahoot instructions that are going to come up. I will now hand you over to a resident Kahoot expert to explain exactly how to do it. Thank you, Rabbi Shaw. Really nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Now, many of you here have used Kahoot before, but if you haven't, don't worry. It's really, really easy. To take part, you need the screen that you're watching me on at the moment and another device that you will use to enter your answers. It could be a mobile phone or a tablet. On your mobile or tablet, open a web browser and type in kahoot.it. You should then see this on screen. If instead you're playing on the Kahoot app, not using your browser, then please press the Enter Pin button at the bottom of the screen. Now all you do is enter the pin number, which you can see on screen now. Please enter that pin into your device now. Then you have to enter your player ID. The ID is the code that was sent to you by your synagogue or you received by email from us, followed by your email address. So for example, if you're from Kahoot Synagogue, you would enter in KAH followed by a space and then your email. So if your email was me@gmail.com, your ID code would be KAH space me@gmail.com. If you don't know your shul code, please just use your email. If you do know your shul code, please do enter it because it enables us to know which shul gets the most points. And as you all know, what do points make? Prizes. So once you've entered your ID, that's the shul code space email, Kahoot will generate a name for you, like Lucky Lion or Kosher Koala, that allows you to play the game and see how you are doing. Now I'm going to hand back to you, Rabbi Shaw, very nice man, to explain the final step. Hope you have a lovely quiz, everyone. Shavua Tov. Thank you, Rabbi Shaw. That was really, really well done. Thank you. Now, this is really important. Okay, I will explain exactly what you have to do. To start the game, you need to use the color sequence which is shown on the Zoom screen just under the pin number. You see those 4 colored buttons? At the moment they are green, blue, yellow, and red. Okay, you need to enter those on the device you are playing on. Okay, so if you're playing on a phone, enter those colors on it. You will see the sequence changes every 7 seconds. So now the pattern is blue, red, yellow, green. Got stuck there. Whenever it is, you just input it, what you see, and if it changes, input the new one, it doesn't matter. We're going to keep the color sequence and the Kahoot pin, the game pin 3776654, that's the game, plus the pattern. And I can see the people are joining, which is great. Once you have correctly entered the sequence, you should be told you're in the game. And I can see now slowly there should be, again, we're waiting because obviously there's about 200 participants. So we're going to wait a bit longer for everyone to get up there to do it. So we won't start until everyone's in play. So don't worry. In a few more seconds we will, as I said. And again, I'm a bit biased because I've got my Edgewise Dust team who was nudging me on my WhatsApp group, but I'm giving them no answers. Do not worry. It's completely, may the best shul win, may the best individual win. Okay, now I'm going to start to how the quiz will work. We won't start the quiz yet. I'm going to give a bit more time people to get on. But we've now over 100 now in, which is great. It's now 100 families, which is wonderful. So how does the quiz work? The quiz is in 2 rounds with 25 multiple choice questions overall. The questions will appear on the screen that you are seeing me on and seeing the screen on. That's where the questions will appear. But you will answer using the colored buttons on the Kahoot screen on your other device. Okay, that's how you answer the questions. Okay, so you'll see the question on the screen, answer it on your phone or your tablet, whatever else you're using. Now, if you haven't played Kahoot before, you have to realize this. It's not just getting it right. It's getting it right in the quickest time that makes a difference. You get extra points and more points the quicker you answer it. So the faster you are, the more points you get for each correct answer. The questions are mainly about Shabbat, We've added in a couple of Hanukkah trivia ones, as well as, because obviously this for us, the Rabbi Sachs was very much part of the whole Shabbaton, we've added in a few questions about Rabbi Sachs Zatzal as well. Okay, so I think we're getting, most people are joining. It's still going up, so I'm just going to wait a few more seconds to allow people to have the time. I just want to say, I hope everyone who is joining us had a lovely Shabbat. It's our last Shabbat of lockdown. Next Shabbat, we can be back in shul, please God, which will be lovely. And hopefully for now onwards, I really hope we won't have to go back into lockdown, certainly for Shabbat and Yom Tov. And certainly, therefore, it seems kind of apropos that the final Shabbat of lockdown is when we're having the great Shabbaton at home finale, of course, which was 3 weeks ago we started. So again, I'm going to go in a second now to Rabbi Levine. I think we're up to sort of nearly 130 people, 130 families competing across the country. So hopefully more will join before we start, but we're now going to go over to the Quizmaster extraordinaire, the one and only Rabbi Mark Levine.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Shaw. Wow, what an honor to be here. And as you say, I'm going to be the quiz master. I'm going to be reading out all the questions. They will be up on your screen as well. But if you want that extra bit of help to try and get the answers on time, so I'm going to be helping to read out the questions. We're going to be having a lot of fun here this evening. Just to confirm, for those of you still struggling to get in, once you've entered in that Kahoot PIN number that you see on your screen, you've got those colors beneath the number. Those it now says red, green, yellow, and blue. So that's what you need to tap into your device. It just changed. So now it's green, blue, red, and yellow. As you can see, it's continually changing. This is a Kahoot security thing. So you're going to be playing on your device. You've got to make sure you tap in those colors. We've got some amazing names here. We've got a brave dragon, a fabulous bee, a giving sea lion. I've never met a giving sea lion, but there you go. So I think we're mostly there now, and that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be making sure you're all logged in. Everything to play for, the pride of your community, and hopefully we're going to have a fantastic evening. So remember, we're going to have a couple of rounds. To get to win, you don't just need to get the answers right. You've got to get there quick, and this is all done by the computer. So it's not just the correct answer, it's the speed you can get to that answer as well. So if you're ready, Rabbi Shaw, hopefully you're ready.
I'm ready. Let's go.
We are ready. So we're going to go straight now to the Kahoot countdown for the first round. Here we go!
I'm excited.
Here we go. 2, 1, first question. Here we go. What does the word Shabbat mean? What does the word Shabbat mean? So you've got to put the correct color answer on your device. So he prayed, he created, he rested, or he worked. So if you think it's he created, then you put the blue button on your device, and that's exactly how you do it. We've got most of the answers in. I can see you've got about 1 second left to get your answer in, and we're going to go straight to the next question. We're going to go speed fire. Here we go. Question 2. In Jerusalem, how long before Shabbat is the siren sounded? If you've ever had a wonderful opportunity to be in Jerusalem for Shabbat, you'll know the siren sound all over Israel. But in Jerusalem specifically, there's a time before Shabbat. Is it 5 minutes, 18 minutes, 25 minutes, or 40 minutes? You've got about another second left. The correct answer, 40 minutes.
Oh, not many have got that one.
2 of you got that correct. Let's go straight to the next question. Here we go. Question number 3. Jachanun is a popular Shabbat delicacy that originated in Yemen. Its main ingredient is either a potato, is it made of cabbage, flour, or chicken? I don't know if you've ever had Jachanun before, and I'm probably not saying that correctly, but Jachanun, what's it made out of? Get those answers in really quickly, about 1 second left, and the correct answer is flour. It's a pastry, doughy, kind of wonderful tasting, oily thing. Oil probably should have been the main ingredient there, but here we go. Okay, next question, question number 4. Here we go. What is the meaning of the name Avraham? Avraham. From our parasha, from our weekly Sedra, we know all about Avraham, father of many nations. Or in the blue, is it a Hebrew national? Is it merciful father or great teacher? Avraham. You've got about 3 seconds left to get those answers in. For Avraham Avinu. Here we go. Question was answered correctly by pretty much all of you. Father of many nations in the red. You got that right. Let's jump straight to the next question. Here we go. Okay, next question. Which Israeli football team doesn't play on Shabbat? Which Israeli football team does not play on Shabbat? Hapoel Yerushalayim. Is it Hapoel Tel Aviv, Beitar Herzliya, or Beitar Yerushalayim? Which one of those? It does not play on Shabbat, as we hear the Match the Day theme tune in the background. Almost everyone's answered now. What's the answer? Beitar Yerushalayim. Correct, does not play on Shabbat. Okay, question number 6. Straight on with the next question. Here we go. Fingers on the buzzers. In which of the following towns will Shabbat go out last? Think about the world. Which of the following towns does Shabbat go out last? Is it Melbourne, Australia? Is it Barrow, Alaska? Is it Miami, Florida? Or Seattle, Washington? Do you know the answer? Do you know the answer? You got about 2 seconds. You got 1 second, and time's up. Let's see the answer. Barrow, Alaska was the correct answer. There was a clue in the Shabbaton booklet. I believe, Rabbi Shaw. I know it was 3 weeks ago, but I'm sure most people would have remembered that incredible story brought to light really by Rabbi Sachs. Is that correct?
That is correct. That was the Suda Shishit story, the last one. The last about this beautiful idea of a girl whose mother was Jewish, who'd moved there years ago, and she was the last Jew in the world lighting Shabbat candles in Barrow, Alaska. Amazing story, amazing question.
Really incredible story. How was your Shabbat this weekend, Rabbi Shaw, with no shul? How was it?
No, again, it's lovely to be done with the family, but I certainly will look forward to being with the family in shul, please God, next Shabbat. It's what can you do? This is what we have to. We live in strange times, but it'd be nice to get back to almost normality next week, though. Still won't be normal.
Normality? Gosh,
exactly.
I forgot what normality is. Should we have a look at the leaderboard?
Yeah, because it's been quite interesting. Some questions, I mean, the Jerusalem question really didn't get people, didn't know. So I said, let's have a look. So it's quite close. And obviously Mountain Tiger is really creeping up there. 6 in a row, whoever Mountain Tiger is. Hero Buffalo is in second place, but just 46 in front. The Friendly Ferret, I think you might mention the Friendly Ferret. It's good to see that someone friendly is leading the way, but there's still plenty of time to go. And certainly the questions seem to be, not the easiest, but not the hardest. It's really mixing it up. So we'll see. And I'm so looking forward to seeing by half time. Next time I'll see you, Abba Levine, will the Friendly Ferret still be in the lead? It's very close to the top there.
We don't know who Friendly Ferret is yet, but
we'll find out. We will find out.
We'll be able to find out exactly. Okay, so it's anonymous until the very end. You know who you are.
Oh, wait a minute. So I've got some news. Ooh. 1 second. I've got some news here telling me the current winner is from the shul of Edra Adas. So there we go. We don't know who it is.
Is that your shul, Rabbi Shaw? Just out of interest.
It happens to be my shul, yes.
Okay.
I've got.
Is there a group of people playing upstairs?
There is. No. My kids are playing as well, but they have no idea. I've not told them any of the answers.
Okay. We believe you. Thousands don't, but we believe you. Okay. Let's go. Take us up to the end of the first round. Let's go straight in.
Question 7.
The next question. Question number 7. Here we go. Who is celebrating his bar mitzvah here in this picture? Who is celebrating his bar mitzvah? Nelson Muntz, Krusty the Clown. Is it Charlie Brown or is it Bart Simpson? Should I do my impression or should no? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and the answer is, hey kids, it's Krusty the Clown. There you go. A lot of you knew that one. I remember those from the old days. Here we go. Question number 8. Question number 8. The word Saturday comes from the Latin Saturn. What position from the sun is the planet Saturn? Okay, so you have to work out all the planets.
Science.
How many planets are there, and what position is Saturn from the sun? Is it 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th? Most of you have now answered. Okay, and 2, 1, time's up. The answer was, this one was a bit harder. People had to struggle. The answer was the 6th position from the sun is the planet Saturn. Straight on with the next question. Here we go. Question number 9. Here we go. In Fiddler on the Roof, who was not one of Tevye's daughters? Was it Tzeitel, Gittel, Hodel, or Chava? Do you know the answer to this question? Title, Gittel, Hodol, or Chava, which one of those names isn't in Fiddler on the Roof? Well, isn't one of Tevia's daughters, we should say. Be very specific. Okay, here we go. Time's up. Oh, again, this one kind of drew everyone apart. We weren't sure. Gittel is the correct answer. She was not one of Tevia's daughters. Straight on with the next question. Here we go. Here we go. Question number 10. When did Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs of blessed memory become chief rabbi? Which year? 1989? Was it 1991? Was it 1993? Was it 1995? For bonus points, can you also tell us how old Rabbi Shaw was in that year? Can Rabbi Shaw tell us how old he was in that year?
I'm not going to say.
The answer was in 1991 was the year that Rabbi Sachs, Zecher Tzadik Levracha, became chief rabbi in 1991.
I was at Leeds University. That's what I can say.
You were in Leeds University?
At the time.
How old were you?
I was just started my second decade.
Just after your second decade. Okay, fantastic. Okay, question number 11, straight on. Question number 11, let's see what this question. Who painted this image of Shabbat? This is a very famous, well-known image depicting Shabbat, the Shabbat table, the candles. Was it Marc Chagall? Was it Mark Gertler? Was it Picasso? Or was it Auerbach? Who was the artist responsible for this image of Shabbat? Almost all of you have answered now, and the correct answer is Marc Chagall. His beautiful art can be found all over the world, and that was the correct answer. Okay, last question of the first round. Question number 12. Here we go. Who wrote and sang the theme song to this film? Let's have a look at the film. Maybe listen to the music to try and work out. But who wrote and sang the theme song to this film? Was it the Beach Boys? Was it the Bee Gees? Was it the Kinks? Or was it the Eagles? Answers are flying in. Time is up. The answer was the Bee Gees. Wow, there you go. 95 of you got that correct. And let's go back to Rabbi Shaw, because firstly, we're dying to know, is your shul still winning?
Well, I don't know. I'm waiting to hear from my ear from my team who are looking over all the scores. But certainly, again, and I'm saying, just because the team is winning doesn't mean they're going to win. The shul's going to win the whole thing. It's a whole sort of complicated system of making sure they add all the shul schools together, whatever it is. But we'll see. But certainly that last question, obviously, it's good to see that 95 got it right, because obviously 9 to 5 is what you do when you're not spending Shabbat. Shabbat is not 9 to 5. Shabbat is one whole day. But certainly the Saturday Night Fever, or Motzei Shabbos Fever, as it was known in the Hasidic realm, along with the Besamim Meidlech, the Spice Girls, all these great ones. A film, again, I'm not sure people actually tried to answer it before they actually saw the word, because maybe they just know from the shoes that it is Saturday Night Fever. I would have no idea. But let's go see now who is winning. Currently, is the Friendly Ferret still there? No. Oh, let's see. It's a completely new leaderboard. It shows how quickly things change when you've got 100 people playing. So Charming Dragon, moving up. Expert Horse, I love these names. Wonder Gator, but the top two have passed the 10,000. And just, it says Purple Cat's making a comeback. It's good to know whoever Purple Cat is. Well done. Champion Glider has passed the 10,000 mark, which is tremendous after 12 questions. But in the lead is a snake. What can I say? So we don't like snakes normally, but the joyful boa, but it's a happy snake, which is a good thing. And it's a change, I've just been told. It's no longer Edgware Das in the lead. The joyful boa is from Edgware United. Ooh. So that's it's gone passed across the A41 to Edgware United. So what can we say?
Sorry. So it's moved from the shul where you belong to
the shul where I work.
The shul where you work. Okay, so something very fishy.
Well, if all I can say is, if Stanmore Shul's winning by the next time, we're really going to think something's up. But we'll see. We'll see. But looking forward to the second half of the quiz. And obviously, the second half is slightly longer. There's 13 questions because 25 for Chanukah. We thought 20 for the Kislev, 25 questions, and we'll see. And I'm getting some comments here from some of my friends. Basically saying, how many people in Edgware on this game? I must say, Edgware United, Edgware Das actually were very good in their applications to play the quiz. You've got to be in it to win it. So what can I say?
Can we just do, a huge shout out to Belmont as well, because, free advertising, why not? There are loads of Belmonters playing tonight, I think. They told me
they are, Belmont also. But I must say, what I want now, actually, before we do the second half, we need like a half-time break, something that's going to really inspire us and people want to get a bit of a breather. So how about a half-time song from you, Mark? Take it away.
Why not? We'd love to do that. So everyone at home, let's have you bouncing up and down. And we're going to come. Come on. Here we go. Hashem malach, Hashem yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Hashem melech, Hashem malach, Hashem yimloch. Le'olam va'ed, Hallel Hashem Elokim. V'yagalenu b'toda, Hallel Hashem Elokim. V'yagalenu b'toda, oh yiveh ve'vav ve'hei. Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, oh yiveh. Come on, Mizrahi and Edgar. Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Hashem Melech, oh Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Hashem Melech, oh Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch. Le'olam va'ed, Hallel Hashem Elokim. V'yagalenu b'toda, Hallel Hashem Elokim. V'yagalenu b'toda, oh yiveh ve'vav. Come on, hey hey. Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, oh yiveh ve'vav. Come on, hey. Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Hashem Melech, oh Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Oh 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 לכל זמן בעת, לכל זמן בעת, להורד לשנוא המלחמה, ויהיה שלום. אבל הלילה, come on, הלילה הזה, אבל הלילה הזה, הלילה הזה, אבל הלילה הזה, כולנו בשמחה, לנו הלילה, every call, כולנו בשמחה, לנו הלילה, every call of our, כולנו בשמחה, לנו הלילה, every call, כולנו בשמחה, לנו הלילה, every call of our. Hashem Melech, come on, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Woo! Back to you, Rabbi Shaw.
That was fun. Thank you so much, Rabbi Mark. It's always great. Your energy and Yuval as well. I've got to say, a couple of shout-outs. I want before we start the second half of the quiz. I want to first say that my little shout-out to the Secret Minion, my little group from Edradas who are loving the quiz. And also, I must say, I'm going to say, is somebody I admire who is a fantastic puzzle guy, Gavin, and he's loving the quiz. So it's a real honor for us at Mizrahi and Edgar to get praise from the king of quizzes. So there you go. That's quite special. Anyway, we're now going to go over to the second half of the quiz. There are 13 more questions, so plenty to play for. You can gain all your points back and make it to the top 5, top 10, whatever it is, or hopefully to the top 1. And Edra United, Edra Das, who will be top after, I think we're checking 6 more questions. So over to you, Rabbi Levine and Yuval.
Okay, thank you so much, Rabbi Shul. We're having so much fun. A huge thank you to you and Mizrahi, the whole team for the wonderful, inspiring educational services, programs, everything you send us. A huge thank you also to Edgar for all their incredible work for this wonderful evening, all the fun we're having. So huge thank you to everyone involved in it. And I think that means we are ready. So let's do a 3, 2, 1 countdown and we'll jump straight into question 13. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Next question. Here we go. Round 2. We are jumping. We are moving. We are running. Maybe 1.5, 1, 0. There we go. Okay. Question number 13. In what language does the word Zombat mean Sabbath? In what language does the word Zombat mean Sabbath? Is it Hungarian, Icelandic, Czech, or Latvian? Now, I did Google this one to make sure I was getting the right pronunciation of Zombat. And the answer is... Here we go. The answer is Hungarian. Ooh. Okay, good chunk of you knew that one. Zombat is Shabbat in Hungarian. Who knew? Okay, question number 14. Here we go. Straight on to number 14. Okay, you have to do a bit of math now. Multiply the number of work categories which are prohibited on Shabbat. So take that number and multiply that by the number of meals we should eat on a Shabbat. Okay, so take those two figures, the categories of work which are prohibited on Shabbat, and multiply that by the number of meals we should have on Shabbat. So you've got 39, you've got 78, you've got 117, or 169. What is the correct answer? Get those calculators in your head or on your phones out. Gosh, if this device you're using is your calculator, what are you going to do? 104 of you got this right. 117 was the correct answer. Moving swiftly along to the next question. Question number 15. Here we go. According to the book of Nehemiah, who instigated the reading of the Torah on Shabbat? Was it Aaron? Was it Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai? Was it Abraham? Or was it Ezra? What is the correct answer here? Aaron, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, Abraham, or Ezra? According to the book of Nehemiah, who was it? Here we go. The correct answer is Ezra. Ezra in green, you got that right. 100 of you got that right. Fantastic. Okay, let's go quickly on to the next question. Question number 16. The words of this song are said on weekdays. What prayer do we sing instead on Shabbat? Okay, so you're going to... Would you know what song this is? Da 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 da. Okay, that song we sing on weekdays. We replace it with a different song on Shabbat. What is it? Which one of these? And the answer was Shir HaMa'alot. We usually sing by the rivers of Babylon and Harot Bavel. On a weekday on Shabbat, we sing Shir HaMa'alot. Excellent. On with the next question. Here we go. Question number 17. Here we go. Question 17. Which of the 10 commandments is the command to keep Shabbat? What number of the 10 commandments? Okay, is it the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, or the 6th? What number of the 10 commandments is the one to keep Shabbat? Is it? Which one is it? Okay, you've got 5 seconds left on the clock. 2 seconds left. 1 second, and time is up. 77 of you got that correct. It was, of course, the 4th commandment. The 4th commandment was the correct answer. Let's jump straight to question 18. Here we go. Question number 18. Which of the following countries is not in the global top 5 for biggest Jewish populations? Here we go. Which of the following countries is not in the top 5 for biggest Jewish populations? Is it France? Is it South Africa? Is it Canada? Or is it the UK? Which of those countries is not in the top 5 of the biggest Jewish populations? France, South Africa, Canada, or United Kingdom? Here we go. The correct answer is South Africa is not in the top 5. And let's have a little question to Rabbi Shaw. Which of those countries in the last 2 years have you visited?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I've definitely been to South Africa. I love South Africa. I had some wonderful experiences there with the Santon community. UK, obviously, I've been a few times. Canada, not for a while, actually. Last time I was in Canada was for the launch of, I think, 70 Days for 70 Years, I think. I was there for that. And France, there with you, I think, at Disneyland Paris with Stanmore. Did you come? I can't remember.
No, I went to the one we did when I was a student. I came with you to Europe. We did Belgium and...
yeah, look, being a rabbi, it's tough. We had to go to all these theme parks every year. It really was tough, but the kids loved it.
I wasn't a rabbi then.
I know, it's true. But that inspired you to become a rabbi, I think, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, South Africa is not in the top 5. But we are. UK is still in the top 5, called the top 2 are Israel and USA. And it's amazing, of course, 100 years ago, Israel was not even in the top 10. And look at it now, number 1 in the world.
Wow.
Thank God.
Wow. Should we look at the leaderboard?
Well, yeah, I'm excited. We will. I'm looking to see if I'm going to get any sort of things in my ear or my thing to tell me. So, the Joyful Boa has remained in the lead. Now, I've got actually some news here. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I know who the champion glider is because he WhatsApped me to tell me he's in second place.
Oh, can we at least know what shul he's from?
Well, he's the rabbi of the shul, actually.
Oh, really?
And he's not the rabbi of Edra United or of Edra Adas. So we know Joyful Boa is a member of Edra United, and we know Champion Glider is the rabbi. Oh shit! I'm waiting for the end to see. I'm going to say, yeah, he's a big Mets fan, good friend of mine, rabbi of Central Synagogue is in number 2. His family is in number 2. His family is number 2.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, and here you go, Rabbi Levine, number 3 is from Belmont Shul. So the top 3 are Edra United.
Belmont.
No, not.
I'm
It's Edra United, which means Edra Adas has fallen out the top 3. Very sad for my shul that I daven in. I'm happy for the shul that and Central. What's my link to there? I don't know. Central shul. I love Central. I love Central. I love the layout.
So
anyway,
you're saying Expert Horse is a member of the Belmont community?
Yes, Expert Horse is a Belmont member. But there we go. And Bright Seal is making a comeback. It's great to know.
I think we should move swiftly on.
Oh, wait, the Friendly Ferret. The Friendly Ferret was number 1. That's Edra Adas. So Edra Adas is still in the top 5. I'm not sure who the Friendly Ferret is. But we're waiting to see if anyone's coming back to me on that or not. So there you go. All right, so we've got another. Well, always there. So I think there's 7 questions left. I think we're gonna meet a bit more often to get the sort of the tension up. So I'll see you in a few more questions time. Let's go.
Definitely. Okay, ready with the next question. Question number 19. Here we go. Which Polwyn wine, for some reason, is still sold today? Which Polwyn wine is still sold today? Is it Polwyn number 3, Polwyn number 5, Polwyn number 10? Or Polwyn number 11. And why are people still buying it? You know what? It's a lot of nostalgia there. Okay, so Polwyn number 10 is still available in the shops. Let's see how many of you are going to run down to your local vendor to pick up a bottle of that. On with the next question. Question number 20. Here we go. Who was Shabbatai Tzvi? Who was Shabbatai Tzvi? Was he a popular Israeli singer? Was he Herzl's pet Alsatian? Was he a 17th century false messiah or a butcher in a Shalom Aleichem story? So who was Shabbatai Tzvi? Get your answers in as quickly as you can. And the answer was, and 121 of you got this right, a 17th century false messiah.
3 thought he was a pet Alsatian. I like that.
Pardon?
3 thought he was a pet Alsatian. I like that.
Yeah. Do we know for sure that Herzl didn't have a pet Alsatian called Shabbatai Tzvi?
I'm not going to give him the question right. I can't.
Okay. On with the next question. Question number 21. Here we go. We're nearly there. The last part of the quiz.
Tense.
It's tense. Okay, we're going on the next. We're having a slight technological. Here we go.
Yay!
Here we go. Question number 21. That's okay. We got there. Schmaltz herring is called schmaltz because it makes you fat. It contains butter. It makes you cry. Or the herring is fatty. The answer to this question is going to be revealed in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And the answer is the herring itself is very fatty. Herring, apparently, is a very fatty fish. I actually didn't know that. I thought it was because it's covered in schmaltz. But apparently, herring itself is a very fatty fish. So that is the correct answer for that question. Question number 22. Straight on with question number 22. Here we go. Shabbat is described as a bride in the song Lecha Dodi. Who or what is the bridegroom? If Shabbat is the bride in the song Lecha Dodi, who or what is the bridegroom? So King David, the working week, the Jewish people, or the Torah. Here we go. Question answered is: the Jewish people is the bridegroom, the Shabbat is the bride. What a beautiful song. One of my favorite parts of the week is just being
Absolutely.
singing all the Kabbalat Shabbat songs. What's your favorite tune for Lecha Dodi, Rabbi Shaw?
So many. I mean, obviously, Yuval just played that beautiful one of Hallelujah, which is a beautiful tune to put to it. But I think the oldies, the one I learned in Northwest, probably one just brings up all the memories. Lecha Dodi, that one is. Yes, I grew up with that. That was my Northwest London Jewish Day School every Friday. Mr. Woolick loved it, so I guess that's still my favorite.
Look at that.
There you go.
Fantastic. Let's go with the next question. Oh, no, should we see who's winning? Oh, no, we're not going to
No, next question. Next question.
During the 6 days of creation, which of the following was created first? Okay, you have to go back only a few weeks to Bereshit that we're a few weeks ago. Which of the following was created first? Was it the moon, the fish, animals, or plants? Which came first? Get those answers in. Most of you have now answered the question, hopefully correctly. And here we go. Question answer is plants. Plants were created before all the other things that you see on your screen. Now, this time, I think we should go to the leaderboard because we're very close.
Well, I think firstly, that's obviously, a lot of people got that one wrong because obviously everyone just presumes that the creation was of the moon, but the sun and the moon were the day after the herbage that was created. So that's an interesting question. Big philosophy show on that one. But anyway, the scoreboard.
I reckon all the Edgeware lot got that wrong.
And have we got a new... Now, was it...
Belmont!
Wait, is Expert Horse Belmont? We don't know. We're waiting to find out. Let's just go.
Wasn't that Belmont before?
I don't think so. I know that Magic Turtle, we haven't had before, is now in 5th place, 17,000. Friendly Ferret is 18,000. Champion Glider moving up is now 18,000. I think I got Champion Glider. Wait a minute, I've got it here. No, I've got no, that wasn't that. Champion Glider wasn't that the wasn't that Rabbi Leah? Let me have a look. Yeah, Champion Glider, they're in 3rd place. Joyful Boa, I can't remember who they were, are in 2nd place. But now, Expert Horse has got the last 20 questions right.
That must be Belmont.
Expert Horse is Belmont. You are correct, Mark. Belmont is at the moment leading the competition. Joyful Boa, I think, was one of the Edgewares and Champion Gliders. So it's still anyone to play for because in essence, we have still question 24 and question 25. So still 2 more questions to go. So it still could change because there's at least 1,000.
Everything to play for.
Expert Horse is the favourite now because they're on a streak, and streak always gets you more points. So, can anyone catch the Expert Horse?
Come on, Belmont. I mean, everyone...
In the last furlong, can anyone catch the Expert Horse? Bit of a racing
Okay, let's do one question at a time. So, question number 24.
24.
Here we go. Question number 24.
Ooh.
Rabbi Sachs said, Jews were commanded to become the people who never, and they never did. So, is it complain, conquer, forget, or cry? What did Rabbi Sachs say? Jews were commanded to become the people who never either complain, conquer, forget, or cry, and they never did. What's the answer? Here we go. How many of you can get this right? We were commanded to be the people that would never forget, and 107 of you got that correctly.
We never did.
The 16 that put in complain, that would have been my natural inclination as well, but I don't think we're commanded to never complain, and there we definitely did complain, so hey. But I'm so tense to know if the Expert Horse...
Yeah, well, let's see. Has Expert Horse got that one right?
Let's see. What's it going to be? Oh, the Expert Horse! My goodness, I'm so...
Still in there, but I don't think got it right, because it looks like they're not on their 21st street, so they want to go. That means Joyful Boa has a chance. Champion Glider, I think it's either going to be Expert Horse or Joyful Boa. But at the moment, Belmont look like they're going to be the top shul in terms of this. I'm not sure that means they're the top shul overall, Rabbi Mark. I think it's a more complicated system than that. Really? But we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure you don't.
Okay. Rabbi Shaw, are you ready for the last one?
I'm not ready. I'm overcome. Because first, I'm upset Stanmore hasn't been there at all, which is upsetting for me. Old shul, I thought they'd do better, but obviously not to be. And obviously Edgeware, Adasa have fallen away, which is obviously sad for me. But the main thing is everyone's having a great time. And I must say, I've got a few messages, people saying, can we do this more often? Because it's a great way to spend Motzei Shabbat, bit of fun. No one's going out anywhere because he can't. So let's see, same time next week. Jokes, we're not doing this again. Well, we might, you never know. Anyway, 24, question 24, 25.
This is now going to be the last question.
Oh my goodness, okay.
3, 2,
go.
1. Last question of the quiz is, According to Jewish law, how many gifts must a person give during Hanukkah?
Oof.
According to Jewish law, how many gifts must a person give during Hanukkah? Is it 0, 1, 4, or 8? Hanukkah is but 2 weeks away, Erich, something like that. But talking of gifts, I just a quick shout out. Happy birthday, Rivka Levine, my daughter, 6 on Tuesday night, Wednesday. So thank you very much. As everyone answered, the correct answer is 0 because there is no halachic. There's no actual law that says we have to give parents.
You have to give parents.
Our parents give us presents over Hanukkah. So that was the correct answer. And most of you got that right. So I believe we're not going straight to the...
No, we're not. We're not. What I can say is I'm exhausted, absolutely exhausted by all that questions. And now... I think they're basically working out who the winner is and who the top 3 are and who the winning shul is, all this stuff. So it's a lot of stuff to do. But it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed, watching you quiz and watching you sing and watch you have a good time. And it's great. How was your Shabbat, by the way, in Belmont?
Restful.
Yeah, next Shabbat, you're back in shul, mate.
I love shul and I may certainly miss shul, but when one of my daughters last Shabbat sort of stroked my face and she says, "Daddy, I love having you home." It's very hard, but I definitely had a lot of rest.
I've got to say, big shout to my kids.
Quality family time.
It's lovely for me at the moment because obviously laning. My kids are doing the laning on Shabbat morning at home, so it's lovely to hear them laning, which is very special. And it was a long parsha today, but they did beautifully. Basically, we're going to find out. But before we find out, and everyone, we've still got 10 minutes left of the quiz till we finish our show. So to keep the tension going a little bit longer and give it more time to find out who won, I'd like to hear one more song.
What, one more song? Okay.
Yeah, final song. Something to really kind of remember tonight by. Just really get us in the mood for the final podium. Who's going to win? Let's have something from you, Rabbi Mark and Yuval.
I'd love to do a song with you.
Go on then.
Sure. You know what? It's a beautiful song to sing that we pray for peace. Shalom Aleinu. And I want you guys at home to sing with me. And we're going to start like this. Shalom Aleinu. Ojevo shalom aleinu, Ojevo shalom aleinu, ve'al kulam. I've got the wonderful Yuval, who's playing and singing with me. We're going to rock into this Motzei Shabbat together with all of you at home. Aleinu ve'al kulam, oh shalom aleinu. Kol haolam, shalom, shalom, oh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol haolam, shalom, come on, shalom, ojivo shalom aleinu, ojivo shalom aleinu, ojivo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam, ojivo shalom aleinu, ojivo shalom aleinu. Shalom aleinu ve'al kulam, shalom aleinu ve'al kol haolam, shalom, shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol haolam, shalom, shalom. Here we go. Ojivo shalom aleinu, shalom aleinu, ojivo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam, ojivo shalom. Ojivo shalom, ojivo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam, shalom aleinu ve'al kol haolam, shalom, shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol haolam, shalom. Ojivo shalom aleinu, ojivo shalom aleinu, ojivo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Ojivo shalom aleinu, ojivo shalom aleinu, ojivo shalom aleinu. Are you ready? One more time. Ve'al kulam. Come on. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol haolam. Shalom, shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol haolam. Shalom, shalom. One more time, here we go. Ojivo shalom, ojivo shalom, ojivo shalom ve'al kulam. Shalom, Oliver Shalom, Oliver Shalom, Eakul, oh Shalom, Aleinu Eakul Haolam, Shalom, Shabbaton, Shalom.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. That was really beautiful and energetic. And I've got to say, what I love about this quiz is some of the messages I've been getting, because the question on what was created first, you'll love this, Rabbi Levine, been pointed out to me that Rashi holds that Hashem created the moon before the plants, but didn't put it up to the fourth day. So according to Rashi's Pshat, whatever. So we were going by the basic Pshat, not Rashi's Pshat. So there you go. So people do like to think. Also want to do a shout out to a dear friend of ours, the Quint family, to Yonah Quint. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Yonah. It was lovely seeing you today at the door in your, what was it called? Scavenger hunt in these COVID times. And also to say it's just been great being part of this, and thank you to everyone. But now, here we go. It's time to announce the results of the first ever Great Shabbaton quiz. Here we go. Here we go. Here is the podium, people. Here's the podium, and I'll tell you who they all are as well. Podium. I'm very excited. Here we go. In third place, Champion Glider. Well done. Second place, Joyful Bow, which means the winner was...
Come
the expert
on,
horse.
Belmont!
So, let me tell you who they were. In third place was the Lehrer family. Well done, Rabbi Lehrer. That was the Champion Glider. In second place was Adam from Edgware. I think it was Edgware United. And top was, you ready for this? I got the name, Mark. I got the name. It was Melinda from Belmont.
Melinda? Oh, look at that. Muzzle
there you go.
toe.
But before we get too excited, the way we work out the top shul is not just on your top score, it's all the scores together, which shul together got the highest amount of placings and everything.
And
so
still
I've been
Belmont,
told
right?
it's not Belmont. It's not Belmont. Belmont did not get overall the highest placings. Overall, the winning shul, and I know it's going to upset you, Abba Mark Levine, the winning shul I've got here was Edgware Adas.
Fix!
Wasn't a fix! I mean, their results were outstanding, I was told. They're telling me now. So that was the winning shul. So Edward Does will be in touch with your chairman of the shul to organize your prize from Mizrahi and Etgar. But obviously, Belmont did win the top slot as well. So I think Belmont deserves a huge amount of credit. And their rabbi deserves a huge amount of credit as well. And the prize for Melinda will be a catered Friday night dinner from a top caterer. We're going to continue to work out how that will work. It could be actually Lisa Levine, because she is a top caterer. I've been there for Friday night, and my goodness, she is a top caterer. Unless that's you, I'm not making the food, I don't know. But anyway,
No.
but Melinda will be in touch with you to give you a quiz. And of course, I'll be in touch with Edra Das to give them their quiz. So I want to just say we now come to the end of this fantastic evening. It's amazing. We started on time, and we're going to finish. We've got 3 minutes to go. So we're going to finish probably a bit early because I haven't got that much to say. But basically, I want to say, firstly, we think about it when we came together 3 weeks ago to do this quiz, myself, Rabbi Levine. You can now tell, I think, why we didn't do this quiz then. It was such a lot of fun, so enjoyable, so much fun. That wasn't the spirit we wanted 3 weeks ago. But I'm so glad we managed to pay our respects to Rabbi Sachs, who has been, I know, for both of us, inspiration for all our rabbinic careers and way before that as well. But I'm glad we managed to come together tonight with so many people, hundreds of people across the country. And who knows, this might be something that would come, something we do again. Who knows? But I want to just say, firstly, thank you to you, Rabbi Levine, for your wonderful enthusiasm and your wonderful sort of dynamism, voice, everything about it. And to Yuval. Can we see Yuval? There you go, Yuval. Thank you so much. Fantastic, brilliant. Really, really great to work with you as always. To the Etgar team behind the scenes who've been doing all the wonderful stuff in my ear and everything to make sure this worked. It's been so professional. We could go on TV with this sort of professional stuff. So thank you. Shock Audio Visual, who've done all the other stuff. And also, of course, to my own team at Mizrahi for the Shabbaton and all the ideas they had to make sure that this all went on. And we got so much joy, I think, to so many people across the country. All that remains for me to say is, therefore, Shavua Tov, have a wonderful, wonderful week. Whatever tier you're going into this week, whether it's tier 1, I think anybody who's watching this is going into tier 1, because you have to be like living in the St. Ives or the Scilly Isles. Not many Jews in those places. So if you're going into tier 2 or tier 3, please God, you should continue rising up tears and eventually get out of tears altogether and go back to normal. But hopefully, please God, the next time we do a quiz, whatever it is, please God, we'll be able to come from a Shabbat in shul to do a quiz Motzei Shabbat. So anyway, Shavua Tov to everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And thanks for playing the first ever Shabbaton quiz at home. My earphones falling off. Wish everyone Shavua Tov and good night.
Shabbat Tov! Shabbat Tov!